trying to set my camera properly. There. From all the classes I took back in college, they all had the one thing in common. If you do photography or videography or any design whatsoever that has a person in the image, branding, whatever, the eyes should be at about 2/3 of what you're watching. So in theory, it should be good around right there. So hello, Tiffany, Canadian Family Life. Thank you so much for stopping by. And we have Sarah, Hold the Line Homestead. Sarah, nice to have you here. You've missed a couple of my last live stream, and I noticed that you've been watching them regardless. I don't know if you watched them all or if you get bored after a while, but it's pretty cool anyway. It's kind of nice that we have someone from New Brunswick watching and supporting all the other people. You know, we Tiffany's doing the same thing, and I'm doing the same thing, and we have Selge that does a lot of that stuff too. I know it's, how can I say that in a nice way? It's easier for us YouTubers, I guess, to try to support each other because we are a brand. We are trying to put ourselves out there. We want to support other people, and that way we are known to other people. So if they want to support us back, they can do it. And it's nice to have Sarah because you don't really have a YouTube channel yet. We're still bugging you to try to have your own channel, but hopefully it's going to get there. Tracy, T-Hen141 Homestead, nice to have you here. Also, let me just change the banner for a sec. There you go. I'm going to give a little shout out to my members here. One thing I just noticed, you know, I was trying to find a way to have, like, even if it's just a 10 minutes, 5 minutes, even if it was just 5 minutes of, I don't want to say video, but something to put there for you guys to see before I actually start my live stream. That would give me a little bit more watch hours. It's like free time, right? It's just a matter of you seeing, oh, Remy's live. Oh no, like it's only starting in 10 minutes, but I'm gonna get ready, gonna get there. The thing is, with StreamYard, you're allowed to have one video, I think it is, or 2 videos, or I'm up to 2, so I can actually have at least 2. I'm gonna try for a third one. Well, I can see right now, actually. I have this video. I hit the button by accident. I have this one that you've seen already. And we have this one by default. And yeah, that way it would also get rid of all the ads that you guys have to see before I actually start. Wickershire Project Off-Grid. It's a long name. I'm struggling. My French mouth is like blah, blah, blah. Wickershire Project Off-Grid. Try to remember your name. Bill. Yeah. Easy to remember when someone writes it down. Well, where I was going with this is that if you use StreamYard, yeah, Billy, okay. If you use StreamYard and you go to brands, you can actually add a video clip and put it on loop. So what I could do, since I'm not allowed to upload more, well, I'm not allowed to upload any background image, because trust me, if I could, you wouldn't see this one. I would put my own. Unfortunately, with the free version, you only have access to that one background. But as you can see, I have this here. So I don't know why. I don't know why StreamYard doesn't allow us to have a different background when we can actually go in the settings and add the background we want. Now, the only difference would make is if I just decided to leave this one on. Sorry, this one. If we were more than just one person, everyone would have the same background. As with what you see behind me, if there was more than one person in my live stream, only I would have that background. What's the default one? Okay, the default one is even worse. But here's the thing. I would love to have something that if I'm not yet ready, or just before I start, do something. I don't want to have a video too long. That I had some comments from people saying that my live stream introduction was a little bit too long. It was 3 minutes. It was some advertising for my merch store. I figured I was going to bring it down, so now it's only 1 minute 48. Thing is, if you did a video clip, let's say you do something on Canva, it doesn't have to be a video per se, or maybe just have something in a loop, because that's the thing. You can loop something in StreamYard. You can loop a video. So I could make a 5-second video with just an image saying live stream will begin soon. Put it on a loop, and I could start it 5-10 minutes early. It wouldn't matter. I think it'd be a better idea to just put like live stream will start at 7 p.m. Eastern time. That way people would go in and be, oh, okay, I still have 10 minutes. I still have time to go pee. I still have time to go get a beer. I still have time to go and get a bowl of popcorn, or anything like that. It would actually tell you how long you have before I start my live stream. Oh, this way. Okay, so here would be about the middle. So I'm about 2/3 right now. That's good. Free version. Oh yeah, but the thing is, I told them a couple of times. I told the company a couple of times that what you get for free is worth a lot more than what you get for $20. I find, when you compare the price with what you get, like you get 10 amazing items, 10 amazing things for free. You'll pay $20 and get maybe 5 more things. There's only like 3 things that I would love to have. I would like to have a better video quality, because right now I can only record at 720. Resolution at 720. I wish I could have at least 1080. It'd be nice if we could have like a specific background. We could upload a background and everyone would be on the same background. That's the paid version. Of course, I'm only allowed to have 6 peeps appear with me. I think it's only happened like once that I was over, and I didn't mind paying the $10 or $20 for a month, because it was like a special event of some sort. I don't remember what it was. John Faulkner, nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Love making thumbnails with Canva. Yeah, but what I found is you can now make, well, not now. What I found recently is that you can actually make some B-rolls with Canva. I don't know. Hopefully I won't get copyrights, but it's there in the program because you're supposed to be allowed to use it. So I can't see why I wouldn't be allowed to use it. Plus, it's only about 5 seconds every time I use one. Marilyn, little homestead by the beach. Now, nice to have you here. That's one of the best, if not the best, moderator ever. Well, Tracy's pretty awesome too. I have good moderators in general. I reached out to the gardening community. Maybe it was a mistake asking for 2 or 3 candy rooster squash seeds. Within 6 days, we got slammed with people's seed banks. People's seed banks. Nice. So you have enough. I wouldn't mind if people want to send me free seeds. I'm not asking, but if if you feel like it. What's going on here? It's okay. Just reading the comments here, making me laugh. That happens a lot. I'm always getting seeds from my homesteading friends. See, that's what I should. I was supposed to send you something, Tiffany, before Christmas. I had set one bag of dehydrated jerky, moose jerky, that I wanted to send you for you to try. When I got back from the deer hunting, it was gone. So I didn't forget you. I know that I still have something to send you. But if you want any specific seeds, I'm sure I can probably find a place online that has them. If I don't, I don't have much seeds. You're not sharp tonight. I'm so overwhelmed with black seeds. Simpson lettuce. I can start 6 market gardens up. Nice. Well, it's better to have too much than not enough, because if it hits the fan, you won't be stuck. You'll have at least a couple of things you can grow. You want more seeds. You want melon seeds. I have some here. I was never able to grow them. I'm going to try this year, though. I have a greenhouse now, so that's something I want to try. So I've been running through a few ideas lately. You did. Awesome. $90, 120 days for melons and squash. Squash, I never had any issues. So if melons are the same thing, I should be good to grow them. I just never tried because, I never took time to actually try. That's it. But squash, I don't think you would believe me if I told you how many squash I grow in a season. I'm sending some seeds out soon and have some coming. Love having more seeds. And yeah, it's sometimes I feel the need to talk about it because it's getting mentally, it's bad. But having a lot of seeds is fun. Got little gift cards for seeds. Awesome. Order a bunch of freaky melons off in my garden. Nice. Cool. I should be more involved in the homesteading channels, homesteading pages. So yeah, I was running through a few things in the last couple of weeks, and I don't know if that would work out or not. As some of you know, I've talked about it before. My daughter needs braces, and it cost me $8,000. Now, I have to pay at least $1,000 up front, and I need to have that money by the beginning of January. Yeah, we're mid-February now, so it gives you an idea how bad it gets. And just to show you how it is, I saved about $20. And I was looking at Microshire Project Off Grid's comment here. Hit that like button. Thank you. What I hate the most is it's not. Usually the insurance company should pay, but they don't if it's considered as aesthetic, or is that a word? But in her case, situation is different. She needs it because if she doesn't get it soon, her mouth is not big enough and her teeth are growing backwards. And there's a really huge danger that she might be paralyzed at some point. And I don't want that happening. And I couldn't live myself if that happened. I couldn't live with myself if that happened. So I'm wondering, do you guys think it'd be a good idea if I did a live-a-thon? You know, I would have a live stream, try to last at least 24 hours. I don't know how I would do that. Maybe if I had some people coming over, I would start around like 4:30, 5:30, at 5 in the morning, go for as long as I can, and maybe like in the afternoon, have someone jump in and, you know, talk for an hour where I could, I don't know, maybe go get some rest for 45 minutes. Yeah, exactly. But it's just because I'm in here. I'm yawning. Like, once I get out of this small room, I won't be yawning. See, just because you're talking about it. But it's not because I'm tired. Like, I could, if I had something to talk about, I could go on for at least 4 hours. But doing something 24 hours like that, I would do like some kind of a, you know, the radiothon or anything like that, where I would promote different channels. I would talk about all different kind of topics. I would try to have some people coming in, joining in at certain time, talk about specific things. You know, do something kind of cool, and then people could just come and make donations if they wanted or anything like that. And I'm just wondering, like, is that something that you guys think would work? I don't like the idea of doing like a GoFundMe, simply because I don't like asking people for money, and by doing a live-a-thon, at least I would feel like I'm actually giving something in return. I would actually be here and, you know, do something. What I don't like to give money here is that not all the money goes to you. Yeah, you can always send me money by PayPal or by e-transfer, or I'm here like it's something that I want. I'm just, a lot of the channels have PayPal. So if your goal is to make a donation, you could always just give money on PayPal. In the USA only, on Cash App, 100% of the money is gained. Can use the service out of country. Yes, Marilyn, I have a PayPal. I think that you already have my email. I should actually, don't I, like, I think I have. I don't have that in my description. Let me just fix that for a second, because I'm pretty sure if I go here, settings, channel, feature, nope, I have to remember where it is. Promotions, nope. Channel, nope. General, channel, nope. Where is it? I remember seeing it in your video, but not here. Promotion, agreement, community, default, channel guidelines, permissions. Okay, guys, help me quick. Upload default. What? Where do I have to go to change the information on my homepage? General, no. Channel, no. Upload defaults, no. Permission, agreement. I'm always struggling to find that stuff whenever customization. Yeah, it could be here. Okay. Basics info. All right. So let's see if I can put that in the description. Yeah, that would be the one, Marilyn. Thank you for sharing. I'm just going to put it in the description, and from now on, whenever you log in, you're going to see that. If you would like to make a small donation, and I don't know if there's a logo for, come on, you go right up there. It's probably not anything that looks like PayPal, right? PayPal. $1. Okay. If you like to make through PayPal, there. Now it's going to be in my description, and you're going to have it available for you if you want to. So a live-a-thon would be a good way for me to give something in return, work for my donations, if you prefer. There's nothing stopping me from making sure I have a good moderator on. If it doesn't fit on every one of my moderator's schedule, we could probably fix something that at least one of them is there at the same time. And maybe I could then get in my vehicle, go for a walk or go for a hike, anything like that. Just explore, do something different than just being here, sitting in front of a computer with a false background. No harm in accepting generosity from those that understand and are waiting to choose philanthropy. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with accepting generosity, but the thing is, I don't know. It's just that I've always been the one to help whenever I can, but pretty much my whole life, it was hard for me to help financially. I keep telling people, if you need money, I can't help you. But if you need someone to talk to, my door is always open. If you need a place to crash, I have a nice, comfortable couch here. You can come. If you just, I don't know, if you need a drive in the morning to go to work, I'm going there. I can pick you up. If you need food, I got enough food. Like if you want to borrow stuff, like sometimes I'm a little bit too nice, but I just don't like asking for people to help. Hello, Marty. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, LP. I'm just curious. Do I know you? Just trying to see. Go up here. Nice to have you here. I'm gonna check your channel. How come it's not go to channel? Okay. I remember seeing your name somewhere. I'm just wondering, like, are you someone from around here, or or you're just a fan or a subscriber, whichever it is. Thank you. It's awesome. Happy to have you here, regardless of who you are. Don't currently have content on YouTube. Okay. I was just wondering if you were someone from like my real life, someone I know from around here, or someone from the social media world. Okay, this already been shown. Yes, that's the right one. I finally found it. Huga Homestead, nice to have you here. Thank you so much. Camera once I open until plus camera once that is open, I close add video. Then, yeah. Yard sale is something we have planned, but it's only going to happen in the spring or early summer. Can you hear that? That's an elephant coming down the stairs. And the elephant is about 80 pounds. So yeah, and I kind of need the money like as soon as possible. So I'm looking hard to find a way to pay it as soon as possible in the spring or in early summer. We already have it planned. The kids want to get rid of a bunch of their stuff. So we're going to have a bunch of kids' toys. I'm going to have some old DVDs or maybe like some very old books. Some tools that maybe I got at some point when I started the homestead. And, now I have some better stuff. I might get rid of some of that stuff too. Yeah, that's how I feel. I don't like bumming. I know some people will ask for anything, but that's just not me. But I'm at the point where I'm almost desperate, and I'm gonna have to start asking soon if I can find a solution. You don't currently have YouTube content on YouTube. Does that mean that it's gonna come soon? I tend to lurk in the bushes, but I've been around for a while. I found yours. Oh, cool. Well, I guess I owe a beer to Darren. You probably won't like my beer anyway, so I'll give him a bottle of wine again this year if I can go to the conference. Okay. We have a cottage law here. I can sell starts, young plants, and garden food without a license. Cool. I think I could probably start sell like young plants and starts and seedlings and things like that. But yeah. So yeah, I just mentioned the conference. The Eastern Ontario Homesteaders Conference is coming again in May. That is a chance for me to meet the ones I call my second family, I guess. The people I talk to every day. Marilyn, Annie, Angie, Tracy, Patrick, Darren, Lynn. There used to be Lindsay in our chat, but she's not as available lately. She's busy with a new business of her own. But with the property taxes coming, with the braces that needs to be paid for, I still have like $1,000 bill at the garage, which at least now was able to start paying off. I'm paying like $100 bi-weekly. So for them, they were okay with it, and I get to bring that bill down. Food-wise, we're still good, but the kids they need to have their snacks. We're kind of out of fruits at the moment. Well, of course, I did a lot of them are going to be turned into wine, and I'm supposed to go film part 2 Tuesday night. Well, Tuesday after work, I should be home for the recording of our next podcast. But the fruits, they're so expensive, and for some reason, I don't know, like they go down fast. I started eating a little bit healthier, like I eat an apple a day now, which is something I've never done. Like, I'll eat an apple maybe like once every 2-3 months, but lately it was once a day, 1 apple a day. So the fruits are going down quick, and fast. And what we had frozen is not as good when, like, I mean, you can't eat a fresh raspberry if it's frozen. You know what I mean? So those were initially frozen in order to make smoothies and things like that. But the kids eat them like candy, which is fine. That's why they're there, you know. But yeah, just to show that even if I have a big huge pantry, there are still some things that we need to buy. Granola bars, little snacks like that. If we want to, you know, every once in a while, we'll have popcorn. Popcorn is something that's pretty cheap. You know, you'll pay $10 for like 24 bags. That's 24 snacks for the family. Sorry. I know it's not really healthy, but then again, it's cheap. If we want to have a snack of apple for the whole family, it's going to cost us about $7, $8. If we do it with popcorn, it's going to cost us 50 cents. You know what I mean? I know how you feel. We are at that point ourselves. We are desperate too. I'm sorry you feel that way, Tiffany. If there's anything like, I don't think I have you on Facebook. If I don't and you want to add me, go ahead. If there's anything you want to talk about, or, you know, just if you need anything other than money, just let me know. Let me know. I'm considering putting some content in the spring, maybe for Planter Garden TV Herb Challenge. Yeah, some people just do the challenges, and that's cool because it's always nice to see the product, and by product I mean like the final version of a video or a challenge or of another channel of someone else, because I just mentioned like 7 or 8 people that you know I talk to every day, and we all have different style. I mean, Thorhaven Farm is a homesteader, but his content is a lot different than Tracy from T-Hen141, and they're both very different from my content. Marilyn has a different style, Annie has a different style, Lynn has a different style, and apparently she's got the best style because she's rocketing like crazy right now. She's over 18,000 subscribers, and at Christmas, which is a month ago, we were at the same point. And I like to think that I'm going up very fast, considering I go up by about 600 subscribers every month, but she's still rocking. I actually saw you in one of his lives with someone else. Awesome. Cool. Hopefully me being a French person doesn't bother you too much. I try not to search for my words too much. I try to sound like I speak English. Sometimes I guess there's a few words that might come out. You know, I don't want to be. I just hope that people are not annoyed by my accent. That's what I mean. I could probably get away with washed eggs, $3 or $4 a dozen. Lately, before I ran out of eggs, people were giving me $5 for a dozen. That's what they sell at the store. They sell for $5 a dozen. And what I had here was fresh eggs, you know. Smoothies are great. Yeah. The ones I like, I'll put milk, peanut butter, maple syrup, raspberries, and a banana. I love those smoothies. Super expensive in Canada. Why super expensive? It's only 50 cents a bag, and I mean those big bags. It's not expensive. Apples are expensive, not popcorn. Popcorn you can get, like when I say a box of 24 bags, it's like 24 bags. Like I can't eat one bag by myself. I mean I probably could, but you know, not if I go to bed after. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. You know, I can't make this in my pantry. Although Marilyn can. I'm just going to put you on mute for a second, just because. My girlfriend told me it was annoying when I opened the can of beer in front of the microphone. Sometimes, honestly, I do it on purpose, but figured I was going to be nice to her. I get the great value popcorn, 24 bags for. Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one we get. We usually get it at Walmart. It used to be like $8 for a box. It could have. I think it went up a little bit. Great value. Great value. That is Walmart, but I don't remember seeing the Great Value brand here. Educational, but we class as entertainment. You mean your videos? That's something I've been wondering lately. I've actually been talking about that a little bit to a few YouTubers. On my cell phone, I was able to put a few videos as educational. When I do it on the computer, it's asking me a bunch of questions, and I just look at the questions and I get discouraged, and I just go and change it back to entertainment. Some of my videos are vlogs. Some of my videos are entertainment. My live stream, sometimes if I have Darren and a few of the guys, it can be entertainment. If I have all the Kentucky rookies, the Canadian crew, and the honorary Canadian Tracy, it can be quite fun. But most of the time, it's vlogs. I'm trying to go a little bit more towards education. And talking about education, my next live stream next week, you don't want to miss it. I will have Jessica Gauvin. She's well, actually, I can't even say her exact title, but let's just say that she gives classes about foraging, not foraging, but foraging, like harvesting wild plants, wild edibles. And I actually asked her if she could teach people from pretty much all around Canada. Because, there's a few people from Ontario asking me questions, people on the Quebec side asking me questions. Thing is, she is, what's the word? Like she's got all the knowledge and the classification to teach pretty much everyone, like in the surrounding, being like Ontario, Quebec, like maybe even Tracy TK 141 if you wanted to have a class from her. She offers that as well. So she will be here next Friday talking about I put in the description, thumbnail, and title about mushrooms, but she might be talking a little bit about different wild edibles as well. I had her on one of my live streams a couple years back, and something came up and she had to leave early. But now I asked her to do something that what we discuss is I don't want her to teach too much because obviously that's her job, right? People pay to take her class. So I don't want her to do too much that she ends up losing money because, who's going to go and take her class if she's talking about everything on my live stream? But I want her to teach enough so that people see that she's good and that people might be interested in learning more after. You know what I mean? So she will be here. She, just to give you an idea of the kind of knowledge she has, there's a group worldwide. And when I say worldwide, I mean all over the world, worldwide, about specialists in mushrooms intoxication. And she is part of that group. So every once in a while, she'll get a phone call, or I don't know if it's a phone call or an email or whatever it is that she gets. Hey, this person has this symptom, this, and ate a certain mushroom, a red mushroom, an hour ago, and now she's going through these symptoms. Well, she'll know, and she'll be able to to tell them what the mushrooms are, like what the possibilities are. I say that, I mean, it might be a little bit more complicated than that, but she's one of those go-to person that you can call if you think that someone has been intoxicated with mushrooms. Not at all. My great folks were French. I think if folks are annoyed with people's accent, yeah, that's what I think too, but I don't want them to move on. Poor community. I would take $2 a dozen if I had too many. Yeah, I agree. I remember Serge coming over to buy some eggs, and I kept telling him, Serge, I don't want more than $3 from you. Like, he's allowing me to have my barn on his land. Just go in the barn and get some eggs there. Just go and grab them. Like, I won't charge you. And he'd be like, no, it's worth that. Like, you pay for your feed, yeah, but you clean my coop like every weekend. You go in there and you clean it up for me, like. I foraged a lot of apples, froze a bunch, and dehydrated a lot for snacks and baking. When you say you freeze apples, you just like cut them and freeze them, vacuum seal them, or you blanch them, or you just freeze them as wholes? And if so, what do you do with them after? Like, you can't really go and eat them and crunch on them. It'd be like weird. I'll do as if I didn't see that. Thank you, Sarah. You didn't have to do that. Thank you so much. By the way, I received. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. I should have put the little video on, but I didn't want to take time to do it. I received a gift. It was a Christmas gift that arrived a little bit late because of it was a pre-order thing, and the person is in the chat currently. And if you want to say, or if you want me to say who it's from, you can go ahead and say it. And I just don't want to mention your name without your authorization. Let me see if I can remove it. Well, you see it there. Would that work? No. If I put it next to me. The light is very, very tough, right? So the book is Change Your Diet, Change Your Mind. Powerful plan to improve mood, overcome anxiety, and protect memory for a lifetime of optimal mental health. For those of you who know me, if I go through the first 10% of the book, it'll be a record for me. But I'm going to go and read it at some point. I have it next to my bed. So lately I started doing that a little bit, where I take a book. I just want to finish the one I'm doing now. And like when I say I don't read a lot, I mean I don't read a lot. I've been reading for the past 6 months maybe. And it's a 100 pages book. And I'm still about just halfway through. Sometimes I'll go to bed just after, like I take a bath, go to bed. I'll put the light on, read a page or two, and then my girlfriend comes down and comes to bed. So she shuts the light, and that's all I need really after 2-3 pages. Even if she doesn't come down right away, like after 2, 3, 4, 5 max, 5 pages, I'm usually done. It's just slowly. I've never really read books my entire life. I find it relaxing, I don't think I could go and read a book about love stories or anything like that, or anything that, if they make a movie, I'll watch the movie. But this book is really intriguing. I'm really intrigued by this book, and after I'm done with the one I'm reading now, is about wild edibles. I also have another one that I started reading that I want to finish. Also, it's a book about small trees, and he talks about how you can actually take a regular apple tree, for example, and like kind of turn it into a dwarf apple tree by doing some trimming and things like that. But gotta read the whole thing. So there it is. She's allowing me to say her name, I guess. Thank you, Sarah, and thank you for what I just saw up in my emails there. You really didn't have to. Thank you so much. So yeah, I will go through that book. I can't promise it's gonna be this year. I will start this year, but I can't promise you I'll finish this year. 25 cents a bag. A bag of what? A bag of eggs? At least you can understand me. Yeah. It's funny because last year was the second year that I went to the Eastern Ontario's Homesteaders Conference, and I kept telling them that I don't feel home anywhere. I go on the Quebec side, and my French accent is like, the New Brunswick French accent is a lot different than the Quebec accent. And we have some English words mixed into that, and, our own slangs. And so the Quebec people don't understand me. And I go to Ontario, and being French, they don't understand me. So sometimes I feel like I don't belong anywhere. Every day I have dehydrated apples. Yeah, dehydrated. I've tried that. Well, I dehydrated some. I didn't get to try them because my girlfriend ate them all. But it's pretty cool though. But I would love to know what to do if you couldn't have quarters for. Yeah. Okay. So you would freeze them to bake with them after. You can brew. Yeah, I know. Marie-Laine Little Homestead by the Beach does some beer brewing. I started doing wine. I wanted to learn what to do. So I have the first video. The first video is already up, where I took a bunch of fruits and we boiled them. After they were boiled, we strained them. We put some yeast. There's a little thing you can put on top of the bottle to make it bubble. You're fermenting. Basically, that's what it is. Sorry. And you have to wait for a month. And the thing is, if it doesn't bubble, you might have to add more sugar. If it bubbles too much, you might have to put water. Like, I wasn't there to see, so I know for a fact that the first few batches I try, I'm gonna miss. It's gonna be like a hit and miss game. But I want to try some dandelion wine. There's so many dandelions around that there's no reason not to try it. I also want to try to do my own chokecherry wine, blueberry wine. But anyway, I'm going Tuesday to do like part 2, and then it's going to be like another month. And so it's a total of 2 months process. Then we're going to bottle them, and hopefully I'll have some delicious wine to try at home. Yeah, you don't hear my accent, but yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. How-tos are a pretty good way to go. I've seen, I took this one class at some point. Well, there's online little tutorial that this guy was doing. And one of the things he said is, someone wants to get to 1,000 subscribers quick. You can get lucky and get that first video you make. Some people do it a lot faster, and I mean they use they'll have a woman in a bikini in the thumbnail, and people go crazy and they subscribe and whatever. But by just doing like the regular normal stuff that a guy like me would do, it was showing how doing the simplest thing can get you thousands of views. And he showed a video that someone was taking a drilling through the wall, and he spent 3 minutes explaining how to put the drill bit, how to what angle to take, how hard to push, and all that kind of stuff, just to show that you drill through the wall. He ended up having 100,000 views and 4,000 or 5,000 subscribers out of that one tiny stupid video. So how-tos are definitely a good way to go. Thing is, I started gardening and I didn't really know much. I guess I was doing more vlogs and entertainment because I wanted to show people that anyone can start from zero and within 3 years do what I did. I started in 2020 really focusing on the garden and homestead, and I decided to have more animals. I had a few layers before that, and I was trying to grow a garden, which didn't work. I had one apple tree here, but in 2020 is when I really started learning, buying fruit trees, perennials, and things like that. And last year I was able to put in my pantry / freezer 2,600 pounds of food. And that's working full time. So someone that's not working full time could do that and do more. If I was able to do it, someone else can do it. I mean, anyone can do it. Just a matter of putting in the effort, I don't know what we would be classified as. Well, you do vlogs, Tiffany. That's what I think. You do vlogs, and you show your lifestyle, your life, the family life with the kids, and the activities, and the snacks, and in the kitchen, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm gonna stay too long, but I can get you. Send me an email, and maybe we can set up something that you can come up here, and we can have something organized a little bit better. Ask her the many uses of stinging nettle. Yeah, I purchased some seeds of stinging nettle. I have some here actually, and if I can make it to the conference, I know you're gonna have some for me. So I'm gonna go either on Sarah's land, plant some there, or on my dad's land, which is gonna be my brother's land soon. And he doesn't really mind me planting stuff like that because it's stuff that grows in the wild anyway. Cool. I just ate my last egg from November. Cool. I have someone that lives about 4 or 5 minutes away from here selling duck eggs. $5 a dozen. When I got there the first time, she's like, well, you send me $6 by e-transfer. I'm like, yeah, I would have given you more if I could, but I'm gonna go do the grocery and see what else. Maybe next time I'll pay more. And she's like, well, it's only $5. And I told her $5 for a dozen duck eggs. It's not much. You could get $6, $7 easily for duck eggs. Yeah. I think everyone in the world should be allowed to have 4 chickens. They give you poop, which is good compost. They get rid of all the bugs around. If you have mice issue, they might go after the mice. If something goes in the coop that's smaller than them, they're gonna go after it. And they provide fresh eggs. Plus, they make good pets. They're pretty smart. They're smart animals. Froze them, cut in half or quarters for baking into crisp and pies. I should definitely do that. Yeah, I will. Like I said, it might take some time. 25 cents per bag of popcorn. Okay. That's pretty cheap. So you get 24 bags for like $6. But you should know everything here in Canada is expensive. The only thing that's not that expensive is healthcare. But I'll say, like Tracy said the other day, I thought it was kind of smart. We pay so much taxes to get the healthcare free that whatever is not covered by the healthcare, we can't afford it. I'm starting to think that maybe I should just stop paying taxes and pay for my own medical bills. At least I would have like $400 or $500 extra every month, and I'd be able to afford the braces. Yeah, definitely. Shipping is also very bad, and very bad in Canada. Yeah, I see some other people doing live streams, and they have people watching them and giving them like $100 at a time. I mean, I've seen Maple Creek. Is it Maple Creek? They were in need of money to buy a property because they were kicked out of their house. And I understand, like, they had no choice. They asked for help, and they had people like giving crazy amount of money. And when you have someone giving you in the 4 digits, like over $1,000 at once, you probably feel blessed. But usually I have biggest donation last year was $2,000. Can you imagine? Like, if I had that now, I think I would cry. On the No Borders Homesteaders podcast, I said that if I received $500, I would actually put on a mankini for the next podcast that was going to be on Patreon. But I can still put some pictures for like a week at a time, maybe, in my membership. How-to videos are slow but steady views over the entire year. And I realized this week I had some old videos from 2 or 3 years ago that are still doing better than the new ones I have. I have like 3 videos that are really from like 2 3 years ago that are doing pretty well. I have one where I'm talking about the Jiffy Hydro grow lights. There's another one where I'm talking about which one is it? Can I see quickly? There's one about smell fishing. And what's the other one? How to make stevia liquid sweetener, which has a 44% retention rate and 296 views in the past 28 days. And that was posted in October 2021. Smell fishing was published 2 years ago today, and I still got 171 views in the last 28 days. That's pretty cool when you think about it. Those are videos that are going well on their own. Hello, Karen. Nice to have you here. You've been here for like 10 minutes, and I just noticed now. Well, I'm late in the chat, I guess. Hello, Thomas. Nice to have you here as well. How much fun are you having with your new video gear? Did you post a video today or yesterday with your new stuff? I didn't see if you did. I'm gonna have to take a look. Thomas bought some, well, GoPro microphones, lightings, all kind of stuff. He went crazy. And if I remember correctly, he is very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. 959 subs. So if he gets 41 more subs, he will have 1,000 and will only be needing the watch time to be monetized. Hopefully you're still on when I get home. Hopefully I'm still going to be here. If I can go longer, that's pretty cool. So if you're still here, I guess you're not, because you're not answering my questions, which is okay. Thank you, Marilyn, for sharing his link. Let's show him some love. Let's hope that he can make 1,000 subs soon. And I'm going to ask him how much watch hours he needs. Our girls are slowly starting to come back to lay. Mine's usually stop from early December until anywhere between mid and end of March. The chickens were slaying all the lizards that popped out, finding heads of legs everywhere. Lizards? We don't have lizards here. That must be cool though. Like I watch a few videos of Michael Sharp once in a while, and it's kind of cool. He has all those creepy animals down there. You know, as much as I hate snow, I know I'm repeating myself, but I'm just so glad that we don't have any of those dangerous spiders or dangerous snakes. I can't imagine going to bed and having to get out of bed because there's a spider crawling in your legs or whatever. You know, I see some every once in a while coming from the roof or the ceiling, and I get out of bed and, you know, get rid of it. I'm just curious. You guys see this here? I'm trying to see what it is. Is that like a beaver or a rock or muskrat? Sorry. Can you imagine $1,000? That must be awesome. If I had that, it would definitely go towards the down payment for my daughter's braces, for sure. We repaired our truck, our only lifeline out of the wood. Oh, so you live, well, yeah, off grid. You live in the woods, so you need, yeah. I don't even know why I'm saying it. It's pretty obvious. My brain is turned off usually after work. I have to put it back on. Talking about work, it's been even better this week, I have to say. Learning a lot of things, and it feels like everything they try to teach me is like not necessarily complicated, but so many things to remember that whenever they show me something, it's like I have a dozen questions after like the first time I tried to do it on my own. I get stuck at every step. Okay, did you tell me to go there or there? Did you tell me that I needed to put something in that cell, or did... It's crazy. But this week I felt like I was finally getting there. I was finally being able to work on my own, which is kind of cool. You know, I don't have to stay, but I had reason to stay, which is fine. Like I like doing overtime if I can. Like I don't want to do overtime just because I want to put some numbers on my sheet there. But if the work is there and I can do overtime to catch up, I kind of like it. I don't mind, and I actually love it. It's allowing me to either make more money or put some time off aside for if I can make it to the conference. I'm going to have some time paid for, or if I can't, well, I can just get it paid for and have more money in my pocket. I have to go, but good luck with everything. I'll keep an eye out for your live-a-thon. If you're still part of Shit Wars, I suggest notifying them of your plans and maybe they can help. Yeah, no, I'm not in there anymore. I needed a rest. Thing is, by weighing everything, it kind of took away the reason I started homesteading and gardening in the first place. So I just wanted to take some time off, take it a little bit more easy, and focus more on my channel in terms of where I want it to be instead of just growing food and trying to grow as much food as I can, because honestly I'm kind of forcing myself to eat some squash and zucchinis, and I had so much of them that I'm kind of fed up now. So I want to grow stuff that might not weigh as much, but that we're going to eat a little bit more. So, that's one of the reasons I'm not there. Plus, it was really exhausting to be out there, take the stuff, bring it in, weigh it before I go to bed. I had to weigh everything. Sometimes I go to the community garden, or I went hunting, or anything like that. And I would come home, and just before I went to bed, and I would have to go and weigh everything. Now I'm just going to have to put it in the fridge or in the freezer and move on, And there's also the fact that I wanted the kids to be able to go outside and enjoy. Sometimes my girlfriend babysits and we have young kids here. My nieces come over. I want them to be able to go out on the swing or on the trampoline and just get out and go eat some fruits, eat some strawberries, eat some raspberries. I have nothing on my property that's toxic or dangerous for the kids. So they go out and they can eat all the fruits they want. And I want them to be able to do that. Tune into that. You're talking about the live-a-thon. That's something I was asking Karen, because I need to come up with a way to find $8,000 for my daughter's braces. I need at least $1,000 down payment, and I need that for the beginning of January. I have to make an appointment, and I am at about $20 set aside now for that. Budget is tight, and life is expensive. The cost of gas, the food, everything is going up like crazy. All right. Well, I need the $500 to do it. Take care, LP. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, basically it's just boiling the stevia, to get all the sugar out of the plant. I think when I did it, I went wrong, and I shouldn't be boiling it, really. I should be keeping it on low temperature. Let it sit in water. For if you had a slow cooker, put it on the lowest you can, and put the stevia leaves in there as much as you want. 6, 7, 8 hours, and after that, you can try to evaporate the water a little bit, but you have to get the sugar out first. But I would put 2 or 3 drops in my coffee, and it was sugary. You could taste the sugary part. We did a how-to on how to build 50 amp generator RV plug. Forget, but it's between. Wow, cool. I know Tracy did a video of how to fix the crank on his generator, if I'm not mistaken, and it did pretty well. Oh, 25 more subs. Cool. Yeah, let's show her some love. And you started doing some live streams. So that watch hour is going to go up. If you have time, if you feel like it, if you want to support someone, I'm not going to ask anything for me because I don't like it, but you can go and support my friend there, Karen, Thomas. Go give him some watch time. Before you go to bed tonight, just put 1 or 2 videos. You can put the volume at 1. As long as you don't put the volume at 0, put the volume at 1, and you're giving them the watch time. Yes, Karen is almost there too. Spiders are welcome anywhere in my house except in the bedroom. Yep. We had venomous centipedes in our house. One in the bed one night last year, and one running across the floor. 7 to 9 inches long. Blackish purple with red or yellowy legs. Nope. You lost me right there. I would put the house on fire and move up north. Maybe we have snow here, but I was gonna say it can't kill you, but yes, it could if you're not warm. But if you stay warm, it won't kill you. You can stay inside, it won't kill you. Right? There's one thing I want to do before I go any further. I have a video handling the smaller one. I felt braver with tools and sticks poking at him, trying to keep him in the cup. Yeah, I get that. So one thing that YouTube is allowing me to do now is doing this. Boo! So Reynald, Carol, Jody, Lois from It's the Marshmallow Man, Suzanne Goulette, they all want a free membership. Those don't pay though, Tiffany. That's the only thing. But I see it as a way to promote my channel. I just have to focus on putting more pictures. At least if I put more pictures out there, people will be happy. And for 99 cents to see what's going on in my life behind the scene, I don't think it's too much. I mean, well, not that I'm not that big of a guy there. That's not what I mean. But someone supports someone else for 99 cents a month. It's not a big deal. Did I just see a mosquito fly? I think I saw a mosquito or some sort of a little fly here. So I just gave away 5 free memberships, and if I can keep them interested enough, then maybe they'll want to come back. I have 5 more to give away. I will wait a few minutes. If you want a chance to win that, all you have to do is simply click on join under here. You click join and you click the 3 dots up there, that corner, the 3 little dots, gift settings, and you just have to make sure that it's activated, and then you have a chance to win. The mosquitoes are coming from the creek behind me, maybe. Under our Critter Corner playlist. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. I like seeing it on YouTube, but not in my house, not around me. The only thing that try to kill me in the house is my cat in the morning coming to sleep on my face. That's a good idea. Why make critter videos on critters? You're not from there and you want to learn about them. That's a good way to go. Just be careful not to get stung by one of them. That's too bad. For 976, only 24 left. Awesome. Thank you so much. Hello, coffee walks and whatever. OG and I know I even have you on Facebook. Just a matter of remembering your name. Sorry. And you're going to put your name in the chat, and I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, that's right. But I remember OG. OG and Deb. Thank you, Tiff. I have to read the chat before I start asking questions. Deb, that's right. Thank you. Hello, Eldan. Thank you so much for stopping by. How's the newborn? All new members, yes. You'll be doing yours on Sunday on your live. What time do you go live again? Your experience sharing as you go allows others that are on their way to do what you do and get to see the hardships. And yeah, true. That was my goal when I started. I wanted to show, okay, I'm a newbie doing this. Here I go, jumping in, and let's see how fast it takes me to get there. And knowing myself, I know that when I start something, I want to make it to the top. And once I'm at the top, then I can start doing something else. I keep laughing at my cousin because, you know, he's like, he plays chess and he's a geek. And he will probably beat me like 99% of the time. The one time I played him, he made one mistake and I beat him. So I told him I was retiring, never playing chess again, staying on top. Woo! Probably. Good evening, Patrick. Thank you so much for stopping by. You're late, though, but we'll let it slip. We are almost there for the mankini. I think we're still a long way from the mankini, though. What? Marilan? What the hell? I didn't see that email. Okay, let's not get emotional. I'm just gonna drink a beer, okay? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I can't say thank you enough. Lord of the Shire and Master of all things off grid. Yeah. Bill is fine. Billy is fine, I guess. Or, you know, being called the Shire or Sir the Great Lord of the all things. You could call yourself Bilbo or Frodo. Frodo off grid. That'd be cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Deb is here. Okay, you're both in here. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to do another small membership giveaway. Give 5 now. Woohoo! Let's see who gets them. Eldan, Tiffany, Lee, Roger, and Cindy. Awesome. The winners are recurring. You know, I keep having the same ones. And I guess I'm going to have to try harder to keep them. Keep them there. You know what? Yeah, halfway there, give or take, unless there's an email somewhere I didn't see. Yeah. Wickershire will. Yeah, I'm usually good with names, but I feel like I need to see the person at least once, and after that, I'm good. I don't know why. Never seen you in person, Bill, so could be why. You're green, yay! No, she doesn't need to be here. And yes, Karen, it is random. It is the way it's selected. As long as you click on the little button to accept gift, you're kind of in the draw, and you can do that on any channel that has a membership. Even if if you don't intend to really watch the stuff, you can always click. You click join. Like I said, you click join, the three little dots on top right corner, and then you go gift settings. You make sure it's selected and it's activated, and then you're there. If you ever someone buys some membership for some reason, you have a chance to win. I often win some memberships for Creekside Maples, and also Sean in Alaska. I think I have a membership for Sean in Alaska, and they'll put some pictures of stuff in the background. And whenever I win, I try to go and show as much love as I can, but I just don't have time. I need more time. So they don't need to be on my live stream today to win. They just need to, at least at some point, need to have been on my live stream and activate that gift setting. So when I see someone that offers a membership, I don't always have money to support everyone. So I will always click that, and sometimes, there'll be someone doing a giveaway of memberships. Like Marilyn or Tracy, sometimes they have a little fight of whoever buys more. Awesome. Not the next one, because next one I already have a guest, but the one after that, if you wanna come up, we can set something up for sure. It's always nice to have some different people here to talk about different kind of stuff. You can talk about your projects, your off-grid homestead. It's always interesting, people doing the homestead off-grid. It's always, I find it's like a step further, because you're even more self-sufficient than most of us are. You know what I mean? We have not started membership yet, as we are way too busy working on our little fixer-upper. It might be the best time to start, because you might... Oh, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much. Squash level. I'm going to have to go and put you down here and do some shout outs every once in a while. I try to do a shout out. If I see a very, very cool video that I think my subs would like, I share it. Yeah, OJ, maybe the fact that you're working on the house, doing some pictures of the before and after, or just pictures of what you're doing. I'm sure you're taking pictures at the moment, showing the stuff you make, and that would be something people would enjoy. You can do 99 cents, $1.99, $2.99. When I see a friend doing the 99 cents, most of the time I'll join. What is, I think I have like $15 a month of subscription, which is precisely the amount of money I get back from YouTube from the subscriptions. So it's all good, I don't want to get flagged and strikes up on a ladder fixing my... Yes. We're so busy working and doing video, we forget to take pictures. Well, sometimes also for my members, I'll do some raw stuff, or some stuff that I don't necessarily. Um, the first video I ever made for my members only was I was well, I was not challenged per se. I decided to challenge myself because of what they told me. I was on a fishing group at some point, and they were talking about finding night crawlers, and someone was trying to sell like 20 night crawlers for like, I think it was like $5 or something like that. You know, it was a young fellow trying to make a few bucks. And someone was trying to discourage them, saying that you don't make money because it takes a long time to get the night crawlers. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, you can get like 20 night crawlers in a minute, you know? 20 night crawlers in a minute. Imagine how much money you can make, $5 a minute. It's worth it. And they started laughing at me because I said that you could do 20 night crawlers in a minute. So I decided to accept the challenge and try. I have a video in my membership, so I'm not going to say more. If you're interested to see what it's like, the 20 night crawlers in a minute, did I succeed, yes or no? You can go in there and try it out, but it just shows that you could do raw footage, you know, non-edited stuff. If you know you're going to talk about, I don't know, you're going to talk about your house at some point, and you just want to do a quick tour of the house now, you know, you can just go and do a quick tour, 2 minutes, put it on there. People will enjoy. No worms here. I found 2 or 3 in my lady's mold compost. Takes 1 to 2 years to make. I produce maybe 20 pounds. I don't do kilograms. Used to go out at night and collect night crawlers and sell them. Yeah, it is a good business. I remember being a kid, we'd go out and harvest them as well. Right now, what we do is we go just next to the road, in the ditch, and I'll go with the kids. Obviously, I'm going to talk about something in a minute. I'm not going to let the kids go in the ditch alone. At least not anymore. Never again. But, you know, they love having their little flashlights and harvesting night crawlers. They're quick. They're fast. You have to have nice reflexes. But be careful. If you, I know I'm saying that. I guess it's just a way to introduce what I want to talk about. If you go on the side of the road, if you're driving a car, always keep in mind that maybe the person coming in the other car might be under the influence, might be going too fast, might lose concentration, might be chatting on their cell phone, might be texting. Last night, I had a handball practice with the kids. So I left here around 5:30, arrived at the school around 5:30, 5:40. My phone kept ringing around 6:30 till 7:30 until the practice was over. I kept hitting like the snooze button because I didn't want to answer, you know. I received a message from my girlfriend telling me to call my dad. My great uncle was putting the garbage on the side of the road because it was garbage picking day today, and someone did a hit and run. From what I heard, he was dragged about 35 meters away. He died instantly. You know, it was 77, but he was still healthy. He was still somewhat good shape, like you couldn't run a marathon, but he was still, healthy, and he could have lasted longer. Um, Whoever did the hit decided to flee the. Just a sec. So yeah, you never know what can happen. Um, it's very tragic. I mean, I had the road was closed when I came back. We had to go all the way around. And I don't want to talk too much about what happened because I wasn't there. I don't know. What I do know is that whoever did it, 17-year-old, she turned herself in after the accident. She fled, but she came back after. From what I heard, she was going way too fast. Now, there's always rumors about, she was doing this, she was doing that. I don't know. But what I do know is she's going to be in trouble because someone died. She had a little bit loaded and the population was good. Maybe they will stick around. We have a few dozen. I can. Cool. We had cardboard, paper product, shaving leaves, and veggie matter. And yeah, I need to work on my compost pile. I was thinking about buying maybe like a secondhand rug somewhere. Something heavy enough that the grass wouldn't grow on top of it. Well, I have some plastic cover now that maybe I could just put on top, and because my compost is actually pretty good to the point where if the leaves are the plants are growing, the weeds, and they're too big for me to even control. Thank you. It's yeah. She panicked, but we always have the reflex of asking ourselves, like, did she have something to hide? It's it. I think it's more like how it happened. If at 77 years old, you expect to go from cancer or from a heart attack or, an illness, but not like this. Yep. That's what I think is going to happen. And someone told me today that it could go up to 14 years in prison, but now keeping in mind that, she's still, it's also heartbreaking because she's still a kid. She's 17 years old. Sometimes you do things when you're young where you don't realize that it could have an impact for the rest of your life. We all did crazy things when we were younger. Some things we're not always proud of, but most of us made it through. We it's just, I guess we were lucky that nothing bad ever happened. Now, back in the days, the cell phones we had when I was 16, you couldn't text on them. You couldn't do much on them. It was. I remember, going crazy, going a little bit too fast in the car, and things like that. But I guess we got lucky, and I'm pretty sure most people in the chat can look back and think about something crazy they did at least once. Well, she is my childhood best friend's niece. So it makes it even harder because, eventually we're going to have to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, we're still good friends. He's inviting me over every once in a while. I go there and help him out with some of his stuff. Like, we're still good friends. That little kid had some trouble younger. I'm pretty sure she was still having some issues, but they were trying to help her the best they could. But that kind of put a break on all the helping part, I guess. Oh yeah, definitely. If what I heard is true, they won't need to search for too long. I mean, they can look at where they can probably see the tracks of where the guy was, especially in the snow. They'll see where he was walking, and they'll see where he was when the cops got there. They'll see where he was at the end. So they'll know where he got hit. They'll examine the car. They'll see where the car hit the guy, where the guy was hit. Depending on how far he was, they'll be able to calculate exactly how fast the little girl was going. And if the stories I heard are true, they'll see the cell phone and they'll have all the proofs that they need. For planning to clear top. Clear top. Yeah. Thing is, my plants, for some reason, the roots go deep. But if I just put like a tarp on top, it should kill all the weeds. Yeah. I don't want to say that in a sense that I hope that she feels bad. It's not what I want to say, but I hope that she's not careless about this. Sometimes you'll see people do bad things and they just don't care about what they did. They don't care about the pain they've caused. I just hope that she realizes, and if she gets a second chance, that she takes it. I don't want anyone to spend their life in prison. It's not what I'm hoping for someone. When I see a person, I don't want that person to go to prison for the rest of his or her life, But I know sometimes that's what needs to happen, and I just hope that whatever happens to her, she can get back on track and have a decent life after. It will be hard. Yeah, my grandfather passed away. How long ago was it? Trying to think what I was doing when I learned. It was back in September. It was just before the moose hunting. He was 90 years old. Yeah. And he was still in shape until let's just call it the first wave of He was in great shape. Got hit by it very bad. Took his health down. Um, like down. It affected his heart, and it was never the same after. And the second time he got it, brought him down a little bit more. And yeah, I think he got sick, went to the hospital, and you know, he kept saying that he just wanted to go. He just wanted God to come and pick him up and bring him upstairs, you know. And the last time he got sick, my uncle that's responsible for him just said, like, okay, like, he wants to go. Let's stop, torturing him, or let's just ease the pain and let him go. And he's ready to go. He wants to go. Like, we're ready. Let's let him go. And he went, and it was peaceful. And 9 years old, until 5 years ago, he was still riding his ATV alone, all by himself in the woods. We have a pile of manure from a neighbor that was not composted. It is so full of weed seeds, it will be making it into manure to avoid the seeds. If you put a tarp, it should eventually kill the seeds. Yeah, we still do crazy things. I'm just going to ask you to go and listen back. Okay, some people told you. Yeah, just not really fun to talk about. Grism, okay, jumping into the ocean to wash off his blood. We had used schools and I stunk. Getting back on the boat, then seeing shark fins ripping through the schools of fish. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, she ended up turning herself in. Although, from what I heard, it was her mom that kind of noticed that something happened to the car, and she found out. I don't think, from what I heard, once again, I don't want to start rumors. I'm just saying what I heard. I heard that the mother of that kid didn't even know that someone passed away when she went there to say, hey, it's my daughter. Like, she's the one that did the hit. Oh, stay safe. Hopefully it's not too bad. Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. I'm going to go soon, too. I'm just going to finish my beer. I'm talking too much. So, what else? I replied to that comment. It's funny that I receive an email saying, hey, you're live. Like, I know, I'm live. So yeah, nobody replied to me. Right up there, do you see a small animal? It feels like it's, I don't know, it looks like a small, it could be a bear. Could be a bear that's kind of far back. That needs to be, it's not something that I have to put in my greenhouse, do I? You think it's a raccoon? I don't know. I have it here. See the striped tail? What the? Okay, I have to share this. Ouch. Can I? Your brother. Share screen. Cancel. Oh yeah. Okay. Present. I don't want to present a video file. I don't want to present a slide. But I mean, Swiss chard would be one of those plant that would need some cool weather, right? Can you see? Like, what's this? That's what's behind me. Like, I'm right here. Like, I don't know what it is. It looks like a... I don't even know. Could it be just a bag? Looks like it looks like a cat. Red hair, someone, 4 legs. Yeah, it looks like my cat. You know, like if I put a shirt on my cat, and I feel like, well, this might not be the tail here, but it really looks like backpack, a pink shirt. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right? No wonder we couldn't see what it was. I mean, even by zooming in, I don't know what it is. It could go in the greenhouse, but would it be more like lettuce and spinach, where I would need to grow it in early spring? Yeah. Also, having a few beers is helping me not be as... I don't want to say stressed out, because I'm not really stressed out, but just feeling more comfortable talking about all that kind of stuff. You know, you see or hear things. I try to stay within the YouTube guidelines. I think I'm doing a good job at that. But I go like a little bit more as an open book. Maybe if I have a few beers. I mean, what you see from me is what you get. Like, I'm not pretending to be someone else. You know, I am who I am. My parents have them in pods because earwigs left to go in the leaves. We have a lot of earwigs here. You think it's someone? Could be. Maybe it's a cameraman's bag. Yeah, for sure there is a bag. Now, I don't know if it's a cat with a bag or someone with a bag or just a bag. Thank you, Karen. Oh, I wanted to do something, but I just remembered that we didn't do... The podcast is not live yet, so I'm going to have to wait before I do that. So I said last week, I think I was talking about how I went to try to put some hair snares. I went for a walk with my son, and we couldn't find one single track. Well, that's not true. We found one rabbit track, but it was like in front of a house, and it was going from I don't know where and going on like the other neighbor's property. So I didn't see the track in the woods. Like, I didn't see one single track in the wood. So if, like, I mean, I can't put snares there. I'm not going to catch anything. There's nothing. There's no way. Like, there's no lead. There's nowhere for me to put the snares. Selge sent me a message saying, hey, I'm going on my property. I'm going to look for tracks. And I remember seeing rabbits there on his property because, I mean, he's in the woods. So we've seen some grouse. We've seen, rabbits. We've seen bear tracks, moose tracks, beavers. We see beavers and ducks all the time. So I figured, it might be a good idea. And he went there snowshoeing, went down to his little camper. and he was sitting there with his snowshoes. He was drinking a beer to relax, and the rabbit came out of the woods and went face to face with him. So I know there's rabbit there on his land. So I went there, put a few snares. Yeah, and you know what? I don't think that any one of the people I follow are being fake. Most of the people will show, who they are, their flaws, their mistakes, their success, and so on. But I think like Lynn, she's being her true self, and that's why she's booming right now. By the time we get up tomorrow morning, she's probably going to be at 20K. Roaches 3 inches long, slow and pop when squished. Ooh, it's not fun. Someone let the cat out of the bag. Honestly, I don't know about rabbits. I know you need to have a proper course and license to trap, but I don't know if rabbits are considered the same. I think the rabbits, the wild rabbits, the hares, are actually the only animal in New Brunswick that you're allowed to hunt and sell the meat after. I think. At least it was that way a while back. But we've always put snares since we were young. So if I'm not allowed to, I guess someone will tell me soon enough. You find snares in the woods every once in a while. There's no way to know who it belongs to, right? I'm on a live stream saying it, so if it's not legal, someone will tell me. Not if you're trapping to protect your land or heat. I know someone has a trapping license that goes on Sarah's land to try to trap some beavers, and the reason for that is because the beavers made their dam in the middle of the road, so Selge does not have access to his own property anymore. The road is overgrown by trees now. The road is all muddy. You can't pass. Like, there's no way you can go up his land with a truck or a car or an ATV. So he wants to get rid of the beavers enough so that he can actually make the dam, bust it a few times. And when you bust it, they tend to make the dam like a little bit more on the inside. So by doing it a few times, hopefully they'll have the dam far enough that we can actually make the road again. I heard someone today refer to squirrels as tree rats. I fell off my chair, got a kick out of that. Tree rats. Kind of makes sense though. I can see why. Here in Ontario, we have to have small game license. Well, I have my hunting license. That's why I think that it might be, it might be legal. Only for rabbits, though. Like I said, I think that's pretty much the only animal that I could be allowed to hunt or put snares if I have my hunting tag, not tag, a license. And that's the only animal that we're actually allowed to hunt in the winter. We're allowed to hunt grouse until 31st of December. And then we're allowed to hunt rabbits until, it's usually the 28th of February, but I'm guessing this year is probably on the 29th. Awesome. Great channels. So many great channels in here. Everyone is nice. Everyone is awesome. Everyone has a lot of knowledge. I wish I could watch every single video, just sit there during one day and watch them all. Unfortunately, that's not what happens. I mean, someone has to work, someone has to sleep, someone has to eat. But like I keep saying, I'll watch some videos here and there. If it happens that I realize that I'm too far behind on one video and I don't have time to watch it all, I'll put it on. I might go to bed. I might go eat. I'll come back. I'll see what's going on. Leave a small comment, a small thumbs up. And then, I'll make sure to watch the next one, or, things like that. So I've been having 14 people watching since the start, and I've been here for almost 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to last for another 2 minutes at least. So that way I have the full 2 hours on my live stream. I heard tree rat or fluffy tail rat for squirrel, mostly for town squirrel. Yeah, I've seen, like, even if you just go down Moncton, Fredericton, compared to what we have here, they have like those gray squirrels, or like they're way bigger than what we have here. We have chipmunks and just the regular red squirrels. The one I saw some when I went to Boston, and I thought it was pretty cool. Those big friggin' squirrels, like you hit that with a shovel and ping, like I don't know. I wouldn't do that. It's just, like the small one, you feel like if you hit it with a shovel, it would go far. But those ones are too big. But if they came at me, maybe I would try to defend myself. I don't know. Yeah, try to keep up. It's hard because there's so many great channels, so many nice people. And you want to support them because of who they are. And sometimes, even if you don't feel connected to the content per se, you want to help the channel anyway because they're such nice people. They're I don't know, you probably understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you have some channels that you enjoy the content more than others, but the ones that you enjoy maybe a little bit less, you still want to support them because they're really nice and really awesome. Once we grow here, we will seed save. I can then build seed banks to mail out. Most will be okay. Yeah, be from zone 7. Stuff that likes eat and becomes more tolerant. We have red squirrels in the country and gray or black squirrels in the towns here. Awesome. That's cool. The black ones, I could be the. Trying to remember. I'm pretty sure that we're more on the gray side. Yeah. We watch a lot of channels just because we like the people, not necessarily because of the content. Yeah, that's a good way to go. I started watching a guy lately. I don't remember his name. And he talks about the YouTube stuff. And there's a lot of channels out there that talk about, how to grow on YouTube. There's Nick Newman. There's what's his name? I shared him on our group chat the other day. I find that they all have their different style and they all help somehow. And sometimes you watch some of them, you don't necessarily connect with the person, but they have such good information that you just want to learn from them. And then there are some that don't necessarily have the same information, but they're so cool in the way they explain stuff that even if you don't necessarily want to learn about that specific aspect, you'll want to listen anyway because, they're a cool person. I tried being part of 100K channels. You get lost as a person, not interested. I like my personal channels. I can get answers, and yeah. We were actually talking about that a couple of times actually in the past, where as much as a guy like Justin Rhodes for homesteaders. He's a go-to guy. Like he's amazing, and he's very, very nice too. He's genuine. Like he's him and his wife and the kids, and like they're really fun to watch. They're really interesting. But we no longer have the same reality. I don't have the money he has. I don't have the sponsors he has. I don't have the property he has. And I don't even have the right he has. He's got a lot more freedom there than what I have here. You know what I mean? Like, yes, true. I'm going to get through the comments. And I like being smaller, and I value the friendships I have made and the small community we have built. Yes. And community is everything. And like I said earlier, I have some people, that I consider family. If I need to talk, someone there. If I have a question about something, someone's there. And I think we were talking about that on the No Borders Homesteaders podcast, where we all have different opinion on a bunch of different things. And yet we're not afraid to talk about it. I mean, some people are pro-government. Well, maybe not pro, but some people, will respect the government. Some people are really against the government. Some people will be more on the left. Some people more on the right. But we can all come to the conclusion that, it's only an opinion. And we can actually talk about all that kind of stuff without having fear of being laughed out or bitched out. And we've had some pretty, I don't want to say heavy conversations, but pretty deep conversations. And it was always done with respect and done in the right way where people respected each other. And it's fun sometimes to listen about, I'm really not a religious person. And I know Tracy is a really religious person. And we can talk about that stuff sometimes and be like, okay, well, see, like, I like knowing where you come from. I like knowing why you believe in this and not this. Or it helps me know the person better. And I find it kind of cool. Gray and black are just color variants. Okay, cool. I'm pretty sure it's Nick Nimmons. Let me check quickly if I have one video of him coming up. I think I saw one earlier today, so it might be not too far down. Just because I'm trying to find it, that I'm not going to be able to. vidIQ is live. How to get more subscribers on YouTube. I didn't watch that live stream. Let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and take a look at my phone because I actually saved a reply that he sent me because my daughter... Oh, here it is. Nick Nimmin. It's really Nick Nimmin. Nick Nimmin. Like this. My daughter plays all kind of instruments, all kind of music, and she sings and she does a few videos every once in a while, and everything was going great until she posted one video about from a song from Bryan Adams, and she got flagged, copyright issues, and she got like 2 strikes in a row, like because she had the short and the regular video. So I was trying to understand, like, why is it that we can't sing a song from another singer, because it's not is stuff really. It's me playing the music. I'm allowed to play the strings I want. I'm allowed to say whatever I want, but because I'm saying the same thing as someone else, I can't. Like, I can see this going to court eventually. Like, if I don't play your music and I don't put your own music on, why should I be in trouble for actually hitting some strings on a guitar because it sounds like what you do and singing some stuff? Anyway, That guy replied to me, Nick Niman, telling me what to do, where to look, and how to get the license. And I mean, it might be a few $1,000s for a license. We probably won't buy it, but it would just be nice to know like where YouTube stands on all that stuff. We watched a channel with a couple who bought an RV and they go on tours. We have no interest in RVing, but we really like this couple, so we always watch them and support them. Awesome. Yeah, right. Um, you know, I see someone like Tracy posting videos about his off-grid life. Will I go off-grid tomorrow? Probably not. Is that a dream of mine? Yes. Will I ever get there? Probably not. I don't think I am set up in a way to get there. Plus, I don't think my family wants to go there. But it's still pretty interesting anyway to watch, and I love his stuff, you know. I'd say that he's making a lot more money than that. We were trying to calculate. Well, I know in the States you're getting taxed more on the money you make, I think, right? Maybe not. But if you look at it, you make about $1 every 1,000 views, and he gets 500,000 views per video, and he posts every day. So he probably makes like $500, $5,000 a video, $5,000 per video. That's a lot of money. Yep, that's him. But he calls himself Numinati. Okay. Man, I also follow Thin Media and Sean Cannell. Yeah, I follow them too. And there's another one I started lately. I keep seeing his ads there whenever, and I sent him in the chat. I don't remember his name. I keep forgetting his name. Is there any chance that if I do a refresh here, that would actually pop up? Probably not. Name Black is good too. But he's a new one that I just found about lately. I have like Travis in my mind, but what's his name? Let's go see in the T's. Is it if it's a Travis or Trevor, or I'm gonna find him there. Just because I really think that no, it's not a Travis. Okay. What's his name? Nobody here has a good memory, right? And the reason I want to talk about it is because you really helped me understand how the click-through rate works. And it was explaining Marcus Jones. Is that him? Could it be Marcus Jones? Yes, there it is. So this one here, I find that his videos are pretty simple, but he's explaining a lot of things in a very easy to understand way. Like he was talking about how YouTube promotes your videos, you know, and explaining that it will start with 100 channels. It will probably like 100 of your subscribers. Click-through rate is good. they're going to go ahead and throw it out to 1,000 people. If the click-through rate is still good, they're going to go and push it some more. But you could have a video that has a 5% click-through rate average, not doing very good, and have another one doing like a 3% click-through rate average that would do very good. And he was explaining that if you take your first 100 person, maybe all of them will click because they're all your subscribers and they love you and they want to support you. So they will take your video and promote it to 1,000 people. Now, out of those 1,000 people, maybe only 2 person will click. So YouTube will stop promoting your video. But if you take those 100 and add 2, that's 102 clicks out of 1,100 people that it was shown to. So it's still like 10% click-through rate, right? And then he was saying that someone could start with maybe 5% to your own subscribers. And maybe once they throw it out there to 1,000 people, maybe a lot more people would be interested in, or maybe you would still have 5%. But if you still have that 5%, you're lower than the previous 10% that I was talking about the first video. But that 5% is steady, but it's still 5% in the second group, in the second pool. Then they'll go at 100,000. You might still have 5% there, and it's just gonna boom and it's just gonna explode, and that's how you're gonna get a lot more views. So the way he was explaining it with the graphics and all that kind of stuff, I found it pretty interesting and pretty easy to understand. In the handcrafted market, we cannot make anything that represents anything Disney, and now holds the rights to protect the monetary benefit. See, it sucks. I get that they don't want people to make money on them, but it should at least be a share revenue. They would have a lot more to gain. They would make a lot more money. Imagine. Instead of stopping people from doing it, let's say they give you 50% instead. I made this one video. It was a live stream last year, I think. And for the last 10 seconds of an hour-long live stream, the last 10 seconds, my cousin took a guitar, started playing guitar, and I got a copyright. I didn't get a strike, but I got a copyright issue. I had to remove that 10 seconds from my live stream. 10 seconds out of an hour. I had to give them all my money. No, like I'm going to remove that segment. Doesn't make any sense. For 10 seconds, I do an hour-long video and you want the full profit of 10 seconds? No. They are entirely gutting and redesigning their houses. Yes, they are making good money. Cool. Nate Black, they're talking about it used to be on Channel Makers. My wife is nostalgic about the used farmer markets we used to go to up in Boston. Our first intro to what can be grown, unique items we've never seen before. Awesome. All had the same stuff. Yep, pretty much all the same stuff. I never knew there was 5 types of blueberries that grew locally, pre-box or pick your own in season. Cool. I was amazed when we moved near there were farmhouses that had fresh egg signs and veggies with an honor system. Grab what you want, weigh it out, and drop money in the box. No change, so they said. Welcome. Tips welcome. Okay. Can I leave the chat? Yeah. You can go, Marilyn. Thank you so much. I'm pretty much done anyway, and I'm guessing you probably tagged someone and made a smiley face, and when you do that, for some reason, that's what happens. You just get the smiley face, and you have to type in the whole message again. I wonder if they have a scrubber app that looks like that. That looks for that stuff. They have something going on. Okay, which is a smiley face. All right. All right. I'm going to go too. It's been on for 2 hours and 17 minutes. I'll let you go with a little bit of music if you want to listen to. If you want to leave the computer on, put it on volume at 1 or whatever. I don't know. It's up to you. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice week. And don't forget, next week I will have Jessica talking about mushrooms. Should be very, very, very interesting. Take care. Bye.